What up, you guys? This is your brother Trey, man. We got another video here. I'm 27 years old and never had a girlfriend. What's wrong with me? It's a black dude this time. And before we get into it, I just want to make a little statement real quick, you guys. Um, it's harder now than it has ever been to be a guy in this world. And it's just no point. Like, I don't even really feel like talking about how and why. If you're following this channel for this long, I'll probably do this in a different video, whatever. But I did want to establish that. And then one other thing, you guys, health is so important, you guys. I'm seeing some more about people putting their age out there, and man, a lot of you guys just don't look good, bro. And it's not about genetics and stuff like that. Sometimes it just flat out comes down to health. Like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be broke as hell as long as you got a roof over your head, as long as you got like a vehicle and stuff like that, as long as you got a roof over your head, right? As long as you got someone that you can stay with, you can go outside, go take a 30-minute fucking walk. You can go jogging, man. Dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you guys gotta get your health up, man. Get your health together, bro. That's the first thing that's stopping all of you guys from succeeding in anything in life. Like, first off. But anyways, let's get into the video.
At 27 years old, I never had a girlfriend. And where I'm from saying something like that,
Like, first off, you guys, I'm just like, my dog, I appreciate you coming out here talking about this and being open and honest, but like, just like, look at his skin. Look at his skin. Like this is just the perfect example, man. You 27, but you look like you 37. I'm 29. Do I look like I'm 29? No, my nigga. I probably, like, you know what I'm saying? This is about health. This is about exercising. Go jogging. Go jogging. Something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does wonders to your body. It does wonders to your body, you guys. This is coming from someone who's been fat for half of his life.
man, that's almost a death sentence, man. People ain't gonna never let you live that down because it's so easy for people to jump in and out of relationships. But it was a good reason for me being 27 years old and never having to, be in a relationship with a female. And tell you the truth, never really been real intimate with a female either. Man, people would never let you live stuff like that down, man. I'm telling you, they will tell you all types of things. You 27 and you never had a girlfriend. Bro, you sure you're not gay? So what's wrong with you? Why you never had a girlfriend? Your dick don't work? Nah. Man, there's women out here that have sex with anybody and you couldn't find nobody? Damn, bro, you 27 and never had a girl? You that ugly? People will say anything, man, to discourage you and talk down on you and bring you down for something like that. So a lot of people tend to not come out and talk about things like that. So I want to just, be very upfront and transparent about myself, what I'm going through, my situation. Well, it's not really a situation, but I just want to be real transparent about myself and my dating life. But first, I just want to, give a little quick monologue. See, I understand in life, man, a lot of y'all are just like me. You're in your 20s, your late 20s, and maybe even your early 30s, maybe even late 30s, and you never had a girlfriend, you never experienced the intimacy of, just being around somebody that you would call your significant other and spend a lot of time with each other. And that shit sucks, man. That shit is not a good feeling. It's a real alienating feeling, and I just want to let you know, look, I feel you. I'm here with you, man. You have to go through all the pressures of the world. Everybody, especially around my age, people think, hey, you supposed to be married by now. You supposed to have kids. You supposed to be settling down, and you supposed to been had all these different experiences, and look at you, you just a nobody. That's the way a lot of people tend to look at it. So it's a lot of pressure on men nowadays, man, and that alienates you even worse. That makes
So I first off want to say, like, I didn't realize that this was as big of an epidemic as it actually is out here, man. I guess I really didn't understand how many guys are actually going through this. And I call myself, I think I'm fairly attractive, but I don't think I've ever been like the top dog. I remember when I was going to high school, there was a girl named Alyssa Young. I was just this chick, like, when I think back in my experience at high school, um it kind of was in, I don't know, man. She told me I was one of the top I was probably like I was the second, the top. There was three extremely attractive black dudes in all of the high school that I was going to. A girl told me this, and my experiences with a lot of other females at that school kind of confirmed it and stuff like that. And so, even with that being said, man, I never felt like I was that guy. I never felt like I was him. You know what I'm saying? I never felt like I had a tremendous amount. I feel like I still had to work for what females I did get. At a certain point, sometimes it, just fell in my lap and stuff like that. But I think of all the things that I've done to change that, because it didn't always start like that, you guys. I used to be really fat and things did not come my way. Girls did not like me until I started to do football, until I started to go out a little bit more, until I started to do different things. And so to see that a lot of guys are going through this, I can only like try to relate from what I've done to not be in that position in this stage of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I just gotta listen a little bit more. It's hard for me to relate to this. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it right now.
Makes you want to stay to yourself even worse because you start to think, like, damn, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why can't I go out here and find somebody like everybody else? Why can't I go out here and have the same experiences as everybody else is having? You have to go through them pressures of the world ever since you was in middle school. You seeing people in relationships, jumping in and out of relationships, having sex. Hell, I even knew some guys that was young and in middle school with me having sex with the teachers. They having relationships with grown women. And it's like, dang, having to go through all that middle school, high school, people still jumping in and out of relationships, people cheating on each other.
I want to go ahead and say something right here again to you guys, man. This is not talked about all the time, and when I bring it up, girls want to always come into my comment section and say, "Oh my God, what are you talking about?" This is such a big thing. We've all gone through high school, known guys who have slept with their older teachers. There's so much pedophilia in the woman world that people don't want to admit and just turn a blind eye to. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. And I'm a bad guy for bringing that up. I'm a bad guy for bringing that up, man. Dude, there was a kid who videos, slept with his girl and then slept with the mama the same night. This shit goes on so often, and people, and it's okay when women do it. It's not okay when guys do it. It's all I'm gonna say. It's all I'm gonna say about it, man. I'm not advocating for men to be able to do it. I'm just saying, if you guys are gonna castrate so many men for doing this shit, Dr. Disrespect, texting a minor, and you guys aren't out here actually trying to get these women teachers put in jail. Y'all something's not right in the head, man. Something is not right in the head. You are not a logical thinker. You can't think for yourself. You just don't. You just don't. And then another thing too about this, I think like when I went to DreamCon and when I first, like, I went to the first DreamCon. I went there when Caleb City and RDC World, they just hit like 1 million subscribers and stuff like that. They were just roaming around, right? It wasn't a big thing. I went to the very first DreamCon, got to talk to Caleb, met King Vader, met Mark, took pictures with them and shit like that, you guys. And I went to the next one, the next one, the next one. As I seen it grow, I've seen the type of people that came. It was people that looked like him. It was guys that really enjoyed anime, who, really stuck to what they were about. And unfortunately, that's just, especially when it comes to black women, you guys, black women don't like that shit. Black women don't like that shit. And let's be real about it too. A lot of white women don't like a lot of black guys. I'll say that again, you guys. There's like what? The population of America is like 50% white people at least, right? It's half of the white population don't like black men. You got to be a certain caliber of a black guy in order for white women to really love you and stuff like that. And so if you are a black nerd, you know what I'm saying? A lot of black women are not going to like you. That cuts down the amount of black women that are going to like you by like 80%. I'm telling you guys, I'm fucking telling you. I loved anime. I was all about that. Things changed when I started to play sports and when I started to be around drug dealers and trappers and shit like that. And when I started doing that shit, man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. And having those experiences lets you learn so much about life, you guys. It's not about being no trapper and stuff like that. That's why I don't do that. I stay away from it. But there's a bit, you get essence. You get I hate to say this word, but you get an aura when you are around that kind of stuff. And once you're around that kind of stuff and you get to experience the type of women that you would have wanted, then you understand it's just overrated. And there's something better out there. But you got to gain that confidence and have those experiences. I preach experience, bro. You can't replace experience, man. There's no substitution for it, man. It's just no substitution for it.
Doing all this and that, and you just alone and to yourself the whole time. After a while, you start to think, you know what? I'll never find love. I'll never find love. It's just something that's not meant for me. And I can't lie, I had that feeling a lot throughout my life. I had times where I just sat back and just figured out I'm one of those people that's meant to die alone, to tell you the truth. And for a good
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna let him talk, man. Like I'm sorry I keep talking about this, but like I'm trying to really relate and understand this. If you came to this video for me to give you some words of advice and stuff like that, I'm trying to do that based off of the life that I've lived, right? And so him saying, "Oh, I just feel like I'm gonna be someone that dies alone," stuff like that. That's sad, man. That's really kind of sad. And it's not sad in a way that I've make it like he should feel bad about that. I think you should really try to change that. Don't believe that. Don't go in life like I want to look at this comment real quick, man. Look at this comment that this person said. He said, "I've given up. Life is much easier if you stop trying, except forever single." Listen, I got two things to say to that. The first thing is the evil side of me. I love it. I love it. I fucking love when I see guys say this type of shit. Less competition. Less competition. It makes it that much easier. The more men we get falling out of this fucking life, the easier it is for the guys that are succeeding and that want to succeed. The easier it is. And then the other part of me is like, dude, why would you feel like that? You might as well just go fucking die, dude. Like, what do you, like, come on, man. You, like, what, like, let's break down. Why do you feel this way about life? Why? Why? What will change your opinion on that? And then from there, if you could get some answers on what will change your opinion on that, how do we get to it? How do we get to that point where your life is changing, right? How do we get to that point? So, like, and then I'm gonna tell you guys about my thoughts on marriage and spending life alone and stuff like that, you guys.
A little while in my life, man, I kind of just not really paid attention to relationships and just women, period. I just stayed focused on getting money and trying to make my situation better. But, just not recently, but just a little while ago, man, I was 26 at the time. But I did not know. I thought I was done with crushing on women and, just having them little puppy love feelings for women. But I met this girl, man, last year. Just had me crushing hard as hell. Like, had me crushing like I used to crush on girls back in middle school. And so I'm like, damn, I can't just not shoot my shot. So I shoot my shot at her. Come to find out she got a boyfriend. And I started to think like, man, dude is a lucky dude. I started thinking like I can only imagine all the good times they have with each other. And then I started thinking, damn, I'm lonely as fuck. Like, I'm lonely as hell, man. And I know I can't be the only one out there because I had to look into it. I had to look into it, and I ended up finding out that it's 63% of young men out here not, having girlfriends. They single. They not in no type of intimate relationships with women. They just to themselves, and just like me, basically. They just not finding no luck out here in the dating world. And this is not a video about me just loathing about being lonely and all that. Because I done had periods in my life where I had women actually throw themselves at me, but I had to turn them down for a couple of different reasons. But this is a video basically just talking to a lot of y'all guys out there that may be going through that same thing, because me meeting that girl and realizing how lonely I was and how much I wanted a relationship just made me think about my situation and other guys' situation. And I started to think it's a lot of guys out here who may not have the knowledge that I have when it comes to women. And I feel like they may have this depressing mindset where they literally feel like they're going to die alone. They're going to never have anybody to love. And that their world is just over. I know because I used to feel that way a long time ago. But I've experienced a lot of things that gave me a lot of knowledge, and I want to share that knowledge with y'all today. Look, for one, this is not your fault, man. Stop looking at it as if it's something wrong with you because nah, it's not nothing wrong with you. It's people out here literally just the worst kind of people, and they always finding love. It's people out here who are just pathetic.
Now, put I want to comment on that part right there, you guys. I was with him at first, but until he said, but there are people who are the worst kind of people out here who are finding love. That's not by accident. That's not just for like coincidence, you guys. History repeats itself. Life changes in different ways, but human nature doesn't change as fast as like technology and stuff like that, you guys. The bad boy has been a thing forever. Forever. This is why, in my personal opinion, the old school red pill is the way to go. Not this new age, new gen shit. I'm talking about Neil Strauss. I'm talking about mystery. I'm talking about like Rollo Tomasi. Those books give you the education, the logic behind why things are the way it is to this day. You gotta understand. Like people get mad at me when I say we're animals. We're fucking animals, you guys. And if now more than ever, I hate to say it like this, but women have shown their most, and they're at their most primal they've ever been in human history, in my personal opinion. They have all the power in the world to do whatever it is that they want to do. We are seeing female human nature in its most primal, visceral form ever right now, you guys. Right now. This is going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be looking very, very ugly in the future. One thing that I loved watching was the Fallout series, you guys. I loved like Fallout on Prime Video. Like Prime is just amazing, man. I loved it. It was a good. And so I got into the lore of all the different vaults and how they did experiments. Two vaults in particular were very interesting, right? It was one vault that had one guy and 99 women, and then one vault who had 99 men and one woman. I'm sure you can guess how it all went down. The one vault that had 99 men and one woman obviously ended up in a tremendous amount of violence, right? And then the one with the one man and 99 women was a pretty good life, right? Because a lot of women, they can share that one guy. We don't need all this men in this world. And this is what this is showing us. We're seeing, this is what politicians are showing you. This is how society is going. They're telling you, without telling you guys, men, you don't matter. You're cheap. You're cheap. Your sperm is cheap. This is a reality of life that you have to accept and understand. And then once you understand and accept it, you move forward. You have to separate yourself from the pack. That's the only way. It's the only way. What other way is there? To accept being alone for the rest of your life, to accept fucking jacking off, watching porn videos all your life. I'm gonna tell you something about myself real quick. The reason why I'm not going out here messing with all these girls like I used to is because I did that shit already, and I found out that it's so much better for me to go get my money, to get my money up, get my riches, because then I can make sure I'm as happy as I want to be. But I can only come to that conclusion confidently, choosing to truly be like in this mode right now because I've had love twice. I've had love twice, you guys, and both times were amazing. You've got to understand that it's okay to want to love a woman. It's okay to want to be loved, but you've got to experience it. At least experience it once. Twice is probably best. If you experience it twice, then you can really be mature and understand how you feel and how things should be in the future. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, hold on.
And not worth a damn, but they find love out here. It's not you. All right. It's not as serious as you think it is. You know, a lot of men we tend to be real hard on ourselves. You know, we tend to be very hard on ourselves. We don't give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. We don't give ourselves the time to grow spiritually and mentally to understand things. What will help a lot of men out here is the power of perspective. There's a whole nother world out here, man. A whole nother world beyond chasing women. And I understand how a lot of these young guys get like locked into this mindset that if they don't find a woman, if they don't find a girl, it's over with. Their life is
Okay, I'm gonna let him finish, but this whole idea of a whole nother lifestyle without women, I don't know, like, I don't like. I'm trying to find the best way to put this because this it just doesn't make sense to me, man. It don't make sense. If you're not gay, you should have woman in your life, man. It's not like it's not you don't make a woman the center of your universe. It's like seasoning on your food. You know what I'm saying? You don't need seasoning on your food, but god damn it, it makes food taste that much fucking better. It's like an entire like it's a whole different world when you have seasoned chicken the right way versus flat unseasoned cooked chicken. That's what life is like, man. Life is boring. You don't got a lot of Here's my advice, man. And we're gonna continue to watch this. We're gonna continue to hear what you gotta say. My advice is be around the hood guys, be around the bad boys, be around the guys that are already successful with women. Be around the guys that women already love to be around and learn from them. Adapt their ways, man. Copy their fucking style if you have to until you get your own style, man. Like, come on, man. You gotta like. Man.
Is going downhill. They tend to look at themselves not in their best light. You know, they tend to think something's wrong with them because they can't find somebody. They tend to feel like they can't really go on with their lives and be their best self because they can't find a partner. No, man, that's not the truth. There's a world out here way beyond women. You just gotta go out here and do your best to improve your perspective, man. And like I say, it's the pressure that has us thinking this way. Ever since you was young, when you was in elementary all the way up to middle school, you've been seeing people get together and form couples, and you look on TV and all you see is couples getting together. Everywhere you look is couples. Couples.
Because that's the way it's supposed to be. That's nature. That's nature. It's unfortunate that the laws of nature hit men extremely hard in 2024, but this is nature, you guys. There's nothing wrong with couples coming together. This is how life perpetuates itself, right? The way society moves, that's not natural. This is a different thing. We got different shit going on right now, right? We got different shit going on right now. But if we put this in the real world where it's fighting and fucking, fighting and fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be the top dog. The top dog takes, you know what I mean? Like it's always been that way. And it's like that in nature. It's like that in nature. We live in a bonobo society where it's feminist. It's feminist. Women control the world for the most part. Like I don't want to say control the world, but the average woman is has so much more value than the average guy. You got to be a top dog in order to fucking, you know, live a great life. Unfortunately, this is just the way it is. It's been like that, but now more than ever is it even more important to be that way, right? And so, what I mean to say behind this is that you don't need to make a life your woman. You should absolutely get money. Money, unfortunately, is just the way. It's just the way out, you guys, right now. And even still, money is just not the way. It's so much harder to be. You got to do all sorts of things nowadays. But the thing that makes me feel good about what I'm doing every day, about working hard every day, going to the gym every day, learning something new every day, continuing on a grind every day, is that I become stronger. When I become stronger, when I become more valuable, my price raises. And then at that point, by the time I'm at the point where the amount of women that I want and the way that I want them, because you gotta experience beautiful women in order to understand there are things like you can't just want to get a beautiful woman. Now, I've had beautiful woman. I want beautiful woman that is crazy over me. Beautiful woman that loves to that's cooperative. Beautiful woman that's intelligent. Beautiful woman that has friends. Beautiful woman that wants to do content. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes with stipulations. I'm more specific with what kind of woman I want now. It's not just a beautiful woman. It's now I need specific personality traits now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need, and that's what you can get but you got it's levels to it, man. You got to start at level 1 before you get to that next level. But that's the way I see it now. That's where I'm at in my life right now. Yeah, of course I would love to fucking sleep with a bunch of women right now, right? Beautiful woman. But I know for damn sure in my life right now, it's just gonna be a waste of time. I don't have the money to do that right now. Even if I did have the money, I can't just go be sleeping around with every woman. I fucked around, had a daughter at 21. You know what I'm saying? Way too damn young. And then from there, fucking God, these damn cats, man. And then from there, um, bro, it's like it's just too much chasing after beautiful women. Beautiful women got too many options these days. It's just the juice is not worth the squeeze, man. It's just not worth the squeeze, bro. I'm losing so much of my time, losing so much of my money trying to fucking sleep and have the company like the company of some of these women. You know what I'm saying? And if unfortunately you are not the type of guy where a woman will do anything for you and you don't have to spend out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? That's why I mean, like, I don't feel like I'm him. I'm not him for me to have extremely beautiful women just be with me, and I don't have to spend a dime on them. I don't have it like that. Just don't have it like that. In high school, yeah, because you ain't got money like that, right? But as an adult, a 29-year-old adult, it's just not like that anymore, man. It's just come with a lot more. And now the women, like, you can get beautiful women, but now they want so much from you. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking you on all these damn dates. I'm not waiting 2-3 months to fucking sleep with you. I'm not gonna be exclusive with you. I'm not doing that. What the fuck you think I look like? No, motherfucker. I was with girls like you when you were out there doing your shit. I was the type of dude you were sleeping with when you were doing that shit. I know the game. I'm not gonna like what you got me fucked up. That's how I feel.
Couples, man, and there's no representation of single people just being single and being happy. And that causes a lot of pressure, especially in men. Men go out here and they chase money, they chase power, they chase respect just to get women, just to have a bunch of women on their team. They feel like that's the end. And for some reason, they feel like that's the end goal. You have to change your end goal, man. Your end.
But here's the deal. If it still turns you into a better man, fuck it. This is what I say. If this turns you into a better man, this is what I say when it goes to the gym. If your sole motivation is to get women, and that's the reason why you go so hard in the gym, well, fuck. At least it gets you into the damn gym, right? Once you get into the habit of enjoying the gym, actually enjoying it and liking it and craving the gym, then you can change your motive. But you gotta start somewhere, man. You gotta have some sort of motivation to start shit. You know what I'm saying? Before you just find all these reasons to not try. You know what I'm saying? Like,
End goal cannot be women. Your end goal cannot be having sex with a bunch of beautiful women. That cannot be it. That's a childish way of thinking, man. See, I look at women as like I do a business. Everybody who jump into a business, their end goal can't be to be filthy rich, to be Elon Musk rich. It's not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen, man. You can wish on it. It can be a hope of yours. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you have to be very realistic. You have to
I'm sorry, I keep stopping this because like this is the mentality, the incorrectness of this mentality. The whole purpose of a company is to continue to grow. The whole purpose of a company is to continue to grow and make more money. That's the entire purpose of a business, you guys. So the goal is to become like an Elon Musk. Will you reach it is an entirely different thing altogether. But that is the goal. That's what you're striving for. You need to know what you're striving for in order to continue to make goals, to make measurements, to understand where you're going, to understand your progression. If you don't have these high ass goals, you're not gonna reach greatness. You know what I'm saying? And it's of course, and it's not to say that you're not gonna become like an Elon Musk. More than likely, it's not gonna happen. But god damn it, it's better to try to get so close to Elon Musk rather than try to just make $100,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? And then just being satisfied. Oh, I made $100,000. I'm happy. What? No. The fuck?
to look at your business, look at yourself as a business and think, okay, the max I can probably produce out here is I may get a meal out of it. I may get 500K. I may get enough to support myself and my family, and I have to be content with that. That's how you have to look at the women. You know, I'm not gonna go out here and be a straight up stud just having sex with all these damn females and just being, you know, a part of that 30% of men that women are having sex with. Because like I said, only there are 63% of men not having sex. They not having sex and they not jumping in relationships. And so that's a lot of men out here just lonely. And so you got like
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you that's my goal. My goal is to just fuck around with a bunch of girls, right? And it's not even just for fucking around with girls. For me, it's for self satisfaction. It's selfish. It's pure selfishly driven. I wake up in the morning and I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I want to drink some water. I'm gonna drink some water. I wake up in the morning. I'm horny. I want to fuck. I'm gonna fuck. That's what it's about. It's not just about sleeping with a bunch of fucking women. No, it's about me. It's about fucking me. It's about me, my pleasure. That's what it's about. Fuck, man. I don't give a fuck about these girls. You are in my life to pleasure me, and in return, I'll give you what you want. For the most part, we got to come to an agreement. But that's where it's at right now, and that's how I see about things. Right? I done did the love thing. You know what I'm saying? And in today's world, I don't mind giving my all to a woman as long as she's giving her part. She's doing her part. She got to do her part, man. You don't do your part, you got to go. It's just point blank period about that, you guys. This is a one way that I wish that I wish I would have thought this so much earlier on in my life. I was a good guy. I was too much of a good guy for too long in my life, and I really wish that I had this mindset that I had now back when I was like fucking 14, 15, 16. Things would have been a lot better if you just are selfish. I hate to say it, man. You got to be selfish. It's about you. It's about you as a guy. It's about you as a guy, man. It's about you. It's about you, bro.
20 to 30% of men out here that's having sex with all the women. They have all the best relationships. And you have to look at it like business. Not all businesses succeed. Not all businesses is making $500K a year, $2 million a year, $10 million a year. Everybody's business is not going to be like that, man. And also what I mean by look at it as a business, you have to look at yourself as a product, right? Look at yourself as a product. How marketable are you as a product? Are you a product that a lot of people want to just throw their money at? Then there you go. See, first you have to make yourself a very marketable product. You know, a lot of the guys that are single, they probably don't have all the good looks. They probably don't have all the money. And so their lifestyle don't look real marketable to a lot of women. They look boring, they don't look happy. So the first thing you do about that is you fix what you can, man. You get you some nice clothes. You know, you start to dress up and advertise yourself. Put yourself out there. It's like I say, look at yourself like a business. You create a product, you put it out there. You never know how many sales you can really get unless you advertise yourself. You have to put yourself out there. It's going to be somebody willing to take the bait. Now, if you just sit your product in a small city, in a small store, and it's not even a top brand product, it's an off brand product, but it kind of look good, don't be surprised you go your whole life without somebody picking you up off the shelf. You really have to market yourself, man. You got to put yourself out there. You have to make yourself look name brand and not off brand, and you have to advertise yourself. You know, a lot of the dudes with the best looking women and in these relationships, they got large social media followings. They always taking pictures. They always dressing up. You got to play along with it, man. You have to, you know, that's how the game is nowadays. Get a
I agree with him. He's spitting right now.
social media following, take pictures, advertise your life, and eventually some woman is going to want to be a part of that because they think you have some type of motion going on, some type of fun going on in your life. And don't look at women as bad people, man, for going after that 30, 20, you know, 20 to 30% of men, because they only looking for a safe option. It's just like going to a store. Like I said, I'm going back to the business. It's like going into a store, right? And you looking for deodorant. You're going to pick the degree over some shit at the bottom called acronite or some shit like that. You know, just some very off-brand stuff that you ain't never seen before. You don't know if it's gonna break you out. You don't know if it's gonna work good. But that degree, you know that.
This is the first time from watching these videos I've heard a man actually say something amazing that's I agree with. That's great. You don't blame the women for this. You understand the woman from this. Women that choose based off of that are very, very childish. Very, 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 very fucking childish. So what that means is, as a man, you have to be in control. You have to be in control. That just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any other sense. Women are going off of what they think is the best thing for them. So they're going to go after the guy who has 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers on Instagram, right? Because they think he's got motion. It don't matter if he's in finances or not, he's a futures trader or not, he's actually building a business or not. No, it doesn't matter. It's about the perception. So many women are operating off the perception. They're operating like a fucking kid. So you have to treat these women like that. You have to understand you can't put your all into a fucking kid. Are you going to let your 16-year-old kid drive your Lamborghini, drive your Mercedes Benz, drive your paid off nice ass car? No, not without them having a damn job or something. I got to have something for you to drive my car. And if they wreck a couple times, you got to take that shit away from them. That's how you got to view today's women. A lot of women are not mature. They're not mature enough to be treated the way they want to be treated. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Today's women, mid-30s and under, just not mature enough for you to treat them the way they want to be treated. Especially if you are becoming that guy and you are the guy that you wanted to be, that is going to have a sustainable future. You can't let you drive the fucking boat. You drive the boat. You control the ship, man. And it's not wrong to think like that. Don't let other men, don't let media out here call this toxic masculinity. This is the way it needs to be. Everyone's looking out for themselves. You got to look out for yourself. This is the way you look out for yourself. And you, like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, this is it.
Degree gonna get you right. That's how women look at men. You have to be that top brand. And so it's only 20 to 30% of men that are looked at as that top brand, and they all gonna go for that. Even if they have to share it. Even if they have to share that deodorant, man, they all going for that same brand. So a lot of guys' problem out here, man, is that you look off brand. You don't look like what the typical good boyfriend looks like in today's society. You know, you gotta pay attention to that. Just like businesses compete with each other, you have to compete with what's in demand as a man nowadays, man. You gotta get fit, you gotta get your money, you gotta create some type of social media following, and you have to create some type of motion, man. You have to create something going on for yourself.
Let me stop him one more time real quick. It's not about, you guys got to stop having a goal of having a girlfriend, of being a boyfriend material, being husband material, man. I got caught up in this shit when I was in high school. You can't be caught up in this. 2024, you guys. Stop trying to be fucking boyfriend. Yes, you should try to do it just to understand and see what it feels like, to understand what it's all about. But society is not built for men to be fulfilled and satisfied. It's so much more profitable to have so many single men out here working hard to fit an ideal. It's so much more profitable for fucking companies for men to be single and strive for all these women. It's so profitable. It's so many slaves out here trying to work to get a fucking girlfriend. Fuck that. No, I need 10. I need 10. And you tell these women that shit. And if you don't get it, then you keep working hard until you can afford to get 10 beautiful bad-ass girls that fit your ideal. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Fulfilling yourself. But in the meantime, until you get there, fuck on these hoes, man. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, play around with these bitches. You know what I'm saying? And for some of you guys, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gonna have to suck it up. I've done it sometimes when I've been in droughts. Come on, man. I'm gonna be the first to admit it. I've had some very questionable relationships with some not relationships, but some questionable interactions with some you know, less than favorable women that, you know, I look back and I'm like, that wasn't my proudest moment for sure. Definitely wouldn't know. I definitely not sleeping with anything less than a 5 though. I'm telling you that. None less than a fucking 5. Nothing less than a 5. Nothing less than a fucking 5. No. 6 and up only. 6 and up only. But for some of you guys, it's okay, man. If that's where you at, that's where you at. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do it, right? Some of y'all don't want to work fast food. You too good for fast food. I'll fucking work fast food. Done it several times. I'm not too good for it. Some of you guys are too good for working at call center jobs. You'd rather you feel yourself you're better than you're worth more than that. I've done it. I've had to do what I had to do. And then eventually I became a loan officer. You know what I'm saying? you got to start at levels, man. It starts at levels, but your goal, especially in 2024, it's not to be a fucking husband, not to be a boyfriend. No, you need to have a harem. You gotta have a harem. You want you like, and it's not even to. It's for your own fucking pleasure. It's purely selfish. Purely selfish.
And so, like I say, it's more than just, it's a world out there beyond women. Find what makes you happy. Find, get into something in life. Back when women used to throw themselves at me, I paid no attention to these women, man. I ain't want nothing to do with these women. And for some reason, at this point in time in my life, they just threw themselves at me. That's because they saw me content in my life and happy in my life without women, you know. And so if they tend to realize that, or if they see that you only happy if you have women in your life, they ain't gonna be there, man. They not trying to be the source of your happiness. It got to be something else.
I'm sorry to say this, man. I disagree again, man. At least in my personal experience, when I've had women and I've been fucking around with women, women wanted me more. When I've been in relationships and I was fucking on girls, women wanted me more. My girlfriends kind of wanted me more, a little bit more. Like it's the way it is, man. This is how a lot of women operate. This is how a lot of women operate. When they see that you fucking on girls, they want to fuck around too. They want to see what all the hype is about. Dude, like it, this is why it's hard to relate, man. A lot of stuff that a lot of these guys say, the opposite is the truth. If you like, this is what I had to learn, man. I'm not just spitting this shit just like for the fuck of it, right? I'm saying this because I was in this position much earlier in my life than I am now, right? Much earlier in my life, I had to realize these things. And now this is, after experiencing it and changed my life around, I can tell you that a lot of the stuff that these guys say is the opposite is the way to go. They're telling you to do one thing, you need to do the other thing if you want to actually like kind of succeed. And if you want to have success, it's almost exact opposite, right? He's saying that you shouldn't let women don't like a man that is only happy with women. What the fuck you mean? If you have a lot of women around you, women want to be around you. If you already have a lot of women around you and you like to have women around you because it makes you happy, you're happy. They want to be around happiness. They want to be around the fun. They want to be around the hype. Come on, man. Like it like what? This shit don't make sense. And I'm saying this because I know a lot of guys that are like that. I know a lot of guys that are like that. Girl I've been talking to brought me to a fucking swingers party because some dude that she met with her group of friends is hanging around a lot of different girls. He throws all these fancy parties, brings all these girls around, and he just fucks around with a lot of them and stuff like that. And he liked the girl that I was, he liked my girl. And my girl was like, hey, come with me to this place, right? And the dude was trying to hit her like, this is the type of shit you go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta aim to be the guy she wants to cheat on, not the boyfriend she wants to cheat with. Or you gotta be the guy that she wants to cheat with, not the guy that she's gonna cheat on. You trying to be the boyfriend that she's more than likely gonna cheat on. You should aim to be the guy she's gonna cheat with. You're never gonna run out of options. You're never gonna be lonely when you are the guy that girls want to cheat with. Like, I don't understand how that doesn't make sense to guys.
Because women in a woman's world, their world is just flaky, up and down, all over the place. A woman can't, consistently just make you happy. You have to do that as a man yourself. A man is more rock solid in his way of thinking, so that source of happiness has to come from you. And she has to learn how to be happy through you. She's living out her happiness through you. So you have to create something in your life, man, that makes you happy, that keeps you going as a man, and that gives you a reason to go out there and be the best version of yourself. Want to dress the best, want to work out and be in the best shape and keep going. And they like, damn, I want to be a part of that. So once again, the power of perspective, man. Create your own happiness. Go out there and get your money. Go out there and work out and become the best version of yourself. There's a world beyond women, and I've been living in that world for most of my life. That's the reason why I'm 27 and not with a girlfriend right now. And don't feel bad because you're looking at all these people jumping in relationships, having sex with all the people that they want to have sex with. Because I understand it can make you feel bad. You got to look at it like this, man. They going out the...
All right, that's enough of this. All in all, man, my all in all thoughts on this is I think this is a good video. I think, out of all the guys that I've seen, that talk about this kind of thing, he brought some actual like groundedness and some like I could really understand him. And I hate to bring race into this, but this is just kind of what it comes from when you are black in America. You experience so many hardships that it molds you into a different kind of person, man. You know, pressure makes diamonds. I'm not saying a lot of black people are diamonds, but the mentality of being able to overcome adversity is something that comes with being black in America. You just automatically learn how to deal with it in a very mature and very logical kind of way. Now, with that being said, man, I want to tell you guys how I approach this, right? And how I view this right here. This is don't give up. If you're watching me, you guys, I'm gonna flat out tell you, because I care about you guys. You guys care about me, obviously. So I'm gonna tell you how for a person that I care about you, and then I'm gonna tell it for the people that I don't care about, right? If I care about you, don't give up. Don't give up. It is like there's too many guys already doing that option. It's not as hard as it's hard. It's fucking hard. I'm not gonna say that it's not hard, but it's definitely fucking hard. But you will be amazed at what consistency, a couple years of hard work and hard efforts do. And sometimes just stepping out your boundaries. Just saying F it sometimes. Just do some things, right? If a woman throws herself at you, I'm not saying always accept it, but maybe you should. How long has it been since you had some, you know? Go ahead and go for it a little bit. Maybe you have to lower your standards just a little bit until you get yourself up, until you build that momentum to get to the place you want to be at. It's okay. It's okay. Now, for the guys that I don't care about, and for the guys who are already on this journey, this is amazing, you guys. This is so damn good. I love to hear men dropping out. I love to hear men dropping out of the race. That's less people that's competing. Less heads for women to see you. Less heads for women to see me. Move, nigga, move. Let them hoes look at me, right? That's how I see it. That's the way I see it. So I love seeing these videos. I know it's bad, but fuck it, man. Somebody's got to scrub the toilet. Somebody's got to serve my food. I've done it. I've done it. Why? I've done that shit. This is what I miss about. This is when I think of Make America Great Again, when I think about the 60s and 70s, this is what I think about when it comes to fucking men, man. This is what it's meant to this is what it means to have rites of passages as men. It's not about shaming and shitting on men that are eating the shit right now. It's knowing and understanding that you've done that too. And these guys don't want to do that to get to the top. You can't, like, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. In my personal opinion, not a lot of men are being raised by actual men out here. This is one of the missing links of what it means to be a man. Learning how to eat the shit long enough to get to a point where you can appreciate what eating the shit has turned you into. And then you can help guide the other men who are eating the shit, who want to be better. That's what separates you from the pack. That's how you become better. Is what I feel like it is, at least a really good important part of what it means to be a successful man. Not just to be a man, but a successful man. Learning and appreciating the stage of eating shit until you no longer have to eat shit. You can watch or tell other people to eat shit. Right? It's not to sit on your high pedestal with your silver spoon in your mouth and be like, oh, look at those peasants eating shit. No, I sit from a place of I did that. What's stopping you from doing that? Why can't you do that? Huh? You too good for it? You too good for it? Well, then that's your fucking problem. You too good for it. So don't complain when you don't get shit going the way that you wanted to. That's all I got to say about that, man. That's what I got to say about that. And it's about selfishness. Selfishness. It's all about you. You've got to experience giving your all to a woman once or twice in life. I've done that. And now at 29, the ripe age of 29, about to be 30, I've had enough experiences in my life to know what I want for the rest of my life. And I know what's expect from a lot of women. I know what's expect, man. I know what's expect. And this is something that you need to have, man. The older you get, the more vulnerable you get. The older you get as a man, the more vulnerable you get, especially if you haven't had a lot of experiences in your earlier years, you guys. I'm trying not to let you guys go down that pathway. A lot of this internet shit, a lot of this Instagram, Twitter, it's distracting to you, man, from understanding what really is going on in life, man. That's why I'm making these videos and shit like that. Yeah, they may be all over the place and long and stuff like that, but this is real. This is real life right here. I'm giving y'all real fucking life right now, you guys. I'm not giving you this phase content clip farming bullshit. Yeah, them motherfuckers is rich, but when I get the money, and I promise you, I'm gonna get the money. When I get the money, I know what to do with it. I know what to do with it. And it's not just to get tattoos and shoes and shit like that. And it's not even just to buy houses and buy a nice car. No, I got some ideas and I know what to do with it. It's about knowing what to do with your life. It's about knowing what to do with the things that you have. It's about efficiency. So, that being said, man, it's your brother Trey. I'll see you guys in the next video.